Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Lover Pretend, going to finish up Asagi's shit today, which is basically just a normal ending and a bad ending. And you know, it occurred to me, when I'm saving before the pretend times, I didn't need to do that. I just thought of that as I'm looking, I'm like, but I have 3 saves, why would I only need 1? And then I'm like, right. Because I'm so used to, like, I kind of forgot that, like, only when it's like save file here do I need to save before the pretend times. So, like, whatever. Anyway, we are going to we go into Ichiro Sagi. Favorability, love level is low. Oh. Well, this is favorability rating and this is love level, but whatever. Love level is low. Yes. I don't wanna. But anyway, so we're gonna skip through, so this is how we get our normal ending. Dude! Alright, so we're just gonna skip through all of this. So when I really wasn't I feel like that would have been a little less traumatic for everybody. But at the same time, the drama was kind of fun. Oh, don't give me your candy. I mean, give me your candy. Oh, I love Hanai, though. Could you imagine, though? I feel like Hanai would have been Kazuma's dad, if anybody. They're like 2 peas in a little, like, bro dude pod. Hey, buddy, what'd you do? Sorry. Birds with me. Oh, hi. Hey, hi to peoples. You can talk. Say hello, just don't chew the microphone. I'm not gonna talk. We're going to offer him advice. Maybe I could give him some advice, just like how he does for me. Professor Asagi... What is it? Well, he's a seasoned author and has been in the industry for over 10 years. What advice can I give him? Yes. What do I do? I didn't mean to, but now I've interrupted his work. I have to think of something. I couldn't directly help with his script, so I tried to come up with other ways to help. Suddenly I got an idea. Mr. Hanai said that he started concentrating more and more once he started writing. Maybe a change in environment would be useful. Professor Asagi, perhaps we should go somewhere to take a break. I like how it all leads to the same place, but you just don't get the love points. Honestly, I feel like if you made that choice versus the other one, it'd still be fine. It's the fact that you're not going to get the pretend time. It's not going to be the same, you know what I mean? Do we hug each other and have that crying moment? 1 to 2 answers correct. Do you think that we're crying in each other's arms because we think we're related? You know what I mean? Okay, this is when we're having that conversation. Oh, right. Is it? Oh my god. The normal ending is called Someday. Are we? Oh my god. And it was just like, because we're going to get another version of that same CG that we already have. So then I was like, is it going to be like we're crying because we're in love with each other, but we're related? But then why would that be someday? Anyway. Right. I'm surprised too. It may be difficult. Could you treat me the same as usual? Though we were now siblings, I was afraid that our relationship would drastically change. I wasn't asking for much. All I wanted was for things to stay the same. If that's what you want, then okay. I'll do my best. Thank you. Then I guess I'll head out. Huh. After I left Professor Asagi's apartment, I sighed and let go of the tension in my body. The professor and screenwriter I respected so much is actually my brother. Thankful. I now have a connection to him even after I graduate. Brother. After my grandma died, I was all alone. I worried about how I was going to survive. Professor Asagi knew this and considering his personality, he'd likely take me in as his sister if I asked. I'm happy I can be with him, but only as a sister. Whenever I thought about Eiichiro, my heart ached. I remembered his gentle smile that time he gave me coffee candy. I fucking want coffee candy now, goddammit. Yeah, see, she's in love with him. I remember laughing together while watching the fireworks and his childish smile as he repeatedly tried to win the crane game. When I was afraid of being vulnerable, he always warmly encouraged me. Thinking of all that was so painful. And as his sister, I shouldn't be feeling this way. It took me a few days to organize my thoughts about everything that had happened. Even after all that, I still worked as his assistant. I couldn't just abandon my duties. I had a little extra time today, so I really went all out with today's food. I hope you like it. I put the containers in the fridge like I always did. Felt eyes on my back, but I pretended not to notice and kept talking. It's gotten cold recently. Right. It's already November. Time sure flies. Oh, speaking of November, aren't they going to announce the cast soon? Oh my god, we've spent months not knowing we're not his sister. I can't wait. Oh, but you must already know. Yes, the characters were revised to reflect the actors who were cast. I'm excited to hear who made the cut, and I'm looking forward to the story. What's going on? This reminds me of camp. It was so much fun. Miss Ueda. What's up? This is putting too much of a strain on you. I was trying to be considerate, and my heart wavered. But I was here as his assistant. I like how the fact that he's like, yeah, sure, we can stay the same. He's probably absolutely in love with us like we are with him, but he's just like, yep. Suck it up, Buttercup. I closed the fridge door and turned to him. It's not. This is my job, after all. I see. You're so mature. I smiled, but Professor Asagi just gave me a somber expression. Professor Asagi, please don't make that face. I asked you to treat me the same as always. Right. How about that? I'm sure things are tough all by yourself. If necessary, I can do the paperwork so that we can become family officially. But if you don't want that, we can maintain our current relationship. Professor Asagi really is kind. Even in times like this, he thought of me and respected my decisions. I would continue acting the same around him. Thank you for your concern. Very thankful. I was about to say that, but suddenly tears began to fall down my cheeks. I feel... The emotions I'd suppressed came flowing out with the tears. Truth, I felt that... Miss Ueda, are you alright? I'm not going to force anything on you. I want to respect your decision. No, I'm just so thankful that you're so considerate toward me. I didn't feel thankful. I was lying to him. I see. I shouldn't be crying in front of him. I need to smile. I wiped my tears and took a deep breath. I'm just really concerned that the normal ending is going to be like, we think we're related. This was how a sister was supposed to treat her brother. Just once. Huh? And this is where we get that CG. His voice was so faint, but I still heard him. Blinked. But we're not crying. Oh, it's actually kind of more beautiful without us crying because it's so much more painful. Because at least crying, you're letting your feelings out. In this, you know, we're both like, just holding it in. And we want to cry. Oh, I don't like it. Professor Asagi, before I knew it, I was in his arms. This will be the first. And the last. Professor Asagi, the thing is, you can hug your sister. I guess that's not what you're thinking. Maybe he felt the same as I did. The emotions were so painful, but there was nothing I could do. I internally screamed. See, this is what makes it more beautiful. Like the crying one, but like this is just because this is more painful. It's a beautiful, painful thing. Because you're like, the crying, we were like, oh, we're releasing our emotions because everything was tense and weird, but we're like, you know, but we're not related and there was just a lot of stress and you're letting all those emotions free, right? You're freeing those emotions so that you can be like, oh, I feel good and we're going to be happy. It's going to be fine. And this is like, oh, we're dying inside and we can't even cry about it. Stop it. Love you, Professor Asagi. However, I could never say that out loud. Wish things could have ended up like this, us embracing each other. At this moment, nothing was separating us. We were neither brother nor sister. But once we let go, I have to forget about these feelings. I closed my eyes, memorizing Professor Asagi's warmth. Never want to forget it. So please, just a little longer. I'm gonna stay like this, even if only 1 second longer. Once our embrace ended, we returned to the way we were. I kept this warmth in my heart. Maybe one day, I'd be able to see him without regret. That's the someday. Ugh. I'd be able to smile at him genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Would I someday call him my brother? No matter how much I thought about, I couldn't forget the feeling. No matter how much I thought about, I think it's supposed to be it. No matter how much I thought about it, I couldn't forget my feelings for him. Someday. Oh, that's so fucking painful. I hate that. That's where it's gonna end, isn't it? I hate you! I hate you! That is not a normal end. That's a bad, traumatic, awful end. Are we getting an after? I mean, are we getting a, No, okay, it doesn't. That's true. Oh, I hate that! I hate it! I hate it with the passion of 1,000 fiery suns. Actually, you know what's really funny? His color is like that, like, whatever color, and then Kamakubo, he's... Well, actually, yeah, no, he was blue. He was green, though, and he was yellow. But, like, they almost lined up with their colors! This was our... Oh, fuck. Yeah. You know what the only difference with this is now? Is the exact same thing. We offer him advice. And then we do... Oh, my God. But the thing is I kind of feel like with the normal ending, it's painful and awful. But the thing is, you know, he was thinking, oh, I can register and we can become a family, whatever. And if at some point we're like, yeah, sure, I guess, then this is all answers incorrect. Yes. Then the thing is like the mother's going to say something and be like, you know, what about look in the drawer? And then she's going to like, he's going to say something to his mother eventually, and she's going to be like, check the drawer, bitch. And then that's when we're going to find out. But I think the saddest part is it could be years before that happens, and then we've maybe like stuffed our feelings for him down so far, and then it's so confusing that we don't get it back. If it happens in another month or two, like, okay, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, that normal end is like, that still could turn into a good ending where like you find out like he mentioned something to his mom and then you find out you're not siblings. Or it could go for years and then you find out you're not siblings when now it's just too late. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I'm also surprised. I would have thought you were my sister. Yeah, but we don't look anything alike. Oh, we're both trying to be screenwriters, though. Maybe that's all the proof we need. My thoughts were still a mess, and because I was afraid of the silence, I spoke before I thought. I still can't believe I'm related to the Seiji Asagi. I heard something behind me and turned around. Professor Asagi's mother was standing there. Oh no. When did she... I was so preoccupied that I didn't hear the front door open. You know what's worse? Like when he says something to his mother, and then she's like, there's something you need to know. Professor Asagi seemed to be wondering the same thing, because he also looked surprised. You wouldn't think this would be a bad ending. This is where the normal ending should have been, where the mother comes in and is like, I need to tell you something. And then you kind of... You know what I mean? Not the bad, you know? It seems weird. I'm going to see how this works out. Hold on. Did she hear what we were just saying? Ichiro, what's the meaning of this? Maybe because she's in a bad mood, like, so she's not lucid now, you know what I mean? Oh. I thought you were in bed. I thought she looked familiar. It's her, all right. She looks so much like Hana. I guess it makes sense if you're her daughter. I don't know what you had in mind when you approached Ichiro. Please get out! I don't even want to look at you! Her piercing eyes were directed at me, and I gasped. Miss Ueda, I'm sorry. I'll try to calm her down, so please leave for today. I understand. We're going then. It wasn't good for me to be here. I quickly walked to the front door, but right as I opened it... I'll always be cheering you on. At least, I thought that was what he said as the door closed. You like never see him again. From that day on, Professor Usagi vanished from my life. Oh! Stop it! That's awful! That's almost worse! He quit his job as a visiting professor and even moved out of his apartment. As for me, after Professor Usagi left, I officially quit my assistant job and anything having to do with the movie. I didn't drop out of college, but I did stop writing. Now I was searching for a regular job. As for what else changed, from then on, every single month, like clockwork, a good sum of money showed up in the account I'd used when I worked as his assistant. This is so sad! His mom gets mad, and instead of talking to her, he basically just abandons us. Instead of, like, trying to figure out the truth. Oh my god, that's so sad. Is this his way of cheering me on? This isn't the encouragement or the support I wanted. Director Makino's new movie started showing in theaters, and it received high praise. Although he'd vanished, Professor Usagi was credited as the screenwriter. Maybe if I asked Director Makino or the others and explained, maybe I'd be able to find him. But I didn't do that. Couldn't. This hurts. I want to cry. This is the worst bad ending. Everyone pretends to be someone they're not, at least in some ways. Finally understood the true meaning behind those words. It's hurt. Love. My true love. Will I ever find it? You had it and it left! Oh! Oh! I don't like that one. It hurts so bad. It hurts worse because it's like, in this ending, you think you're siblings? This was like, what, fucking 10 minutes? Are we like even 20 minutes? It's not even a 20-minute part. I'm sorry, this one's like shorter than shit. But like, the last part was an hour and a half, so I don't know what else to tell you. We don't have anything else. I mean, that's not true. We do have other things to do. Oh, and here's a fun thing that I found, because I don't think we had read through their profiles. We can go through their profiles, and there's a love message for the good end and the happy end that has voice acting on it. And we have all these dream things and hobbies and stuff. So when we turn on the voice acting, we can do all this stuff and listen to them talk about their shit. So that's awesome. Cool. So that'll be fun. We do have the, like, backstage stuff. I mean, the thing is like, well, there's ones that are, like, I guess I should have, but we should have done the ones that were, like, for Riku and for Harumi and for whatever and, like, each character. But you know what? Let's do the Grandma on Me one, because it's not pertinent to a character or anything. I have a feeling we'll be able to get these all done in the next part, but we might as well. I want to see how long they are, so we'll just do one now. It's not going to ruin anything, you know what I mean? And I think with their feelings is these ones down here, is where you get the extra CG. So doing Eiichiro's feelings would be a good way to get his last CG. You know what I mean? Since we're playing him. But let's see what the Grandma on Me one, let's see how long this one takes. Why? Why did you bring up my father? Mom hasn't told me anything, so I don't need to know more. We're living fine without him, just the two of us.
Spacey, I'm sorry to ask. How old are you again?
17.
That's right. A fine young woman in high school. How time flies. Before I know it, you'll be in college and then off to find yourself a job.
What are you talking about, Grandma? Are you going listless from your long hospital stay? Doctor said you'll be out in a week, since it was only a matter of fatigue.
Spacey, you have a hard time working with others, especially boys, right?
What? That's not true. I can get along with others just fine. And I get along with Kazuma. He's a guy. Barely. No, poor Kazuma. I love him to death. To us, he is barely a guy.
He's your only friend here. You do realize this about yourself, don't you? It's all because of your father. But deep in your heart, you believe he turned his back on you and your mother. It's why you have such a hard time with others now.
That's not true.
There's you.
Oh, there's you, Mother, Cosima, the landlord, the lady at my part-time job. And all of you were so kind, I couldn't be happier.
Even so, I'm very worried about how you'll fare after my time comes.
Talk like that?
Oh my, I'm sorry. But even if I don't die, you're going to grow into an adult one day, whether you like it or not. And when that happens, you're going to have to look after yourself. Don't tell me you plan to do that all alone, too. You want to be a screenwriter, right? If so, you'll need to learn from others' experiences, which means you'll need to meet people and learn about their lives.
Can't deny that.
And that's why I'm going to leave it up to you whether you'll look for your father or not. You can talk about it with Cosima or ask for help from someone else you trust. Or you can keep it a secret from everyone else. I'm telling you this because you're old enough to make that decision yourself. It won't matter whether I'm here or not.
There you go again.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever say that again, okay?
All right.
You're gonna live a long time, okay?
Of course, dear.
And let me ask you this.
Go ahead. But first, one thing I need to mention, and this goes for you and your mother. I'm truly grateful you were born. I love you. I'll always be with you, Spacey.
Don't say it like that. I know how you feel. Aw, it was so beautiful. So they're only a few minutes. So and I think there's less than 20 of them. So I guess because this part's we can read some of the Eiichiro ones. It's sad, but that's okay. We'll read our teacher and student one because it's specifically him, and then we'll read our other one and get his other CG. So,
Well then, if you haven't made your submission yet, be sure to bring it to me next time. Well, that's all for today.
Just wasn't gonna leave you hanging on a 15-minute part. Professor Asagi.
Oh, what is it?
You left this behind. It looks like it has some documents and stuff.
Ah, my schedule sheet's in there too. Well, thank you for bringing it to me. Might have been quite the pickle otherwise.
No worries. Surprised you forget something that important, Prof.
To err is human. But that isn't really a good excuse. We need to be more careful.
Gotta admit, I'm surprised you're so frank about it. Anyway, I gotta run.
I'm still waiting on your submission. I'm available in the afternoon, so if you need help, please come see me.
Sure thing. I'll do my best.
Well then, we better confirm my schedule for this afternoon.
I'm sorry. It said it was Asagi. It didn't say Asagi and Riku. Are we supposed to pretend we don't know it's Riku at this point? Oof. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, I wasn't paying attention either.
Here, you drop this.
Oh, thank you.
I like the fact that Asagi doesn't recognize him. That's fucking adorable, actually. Sorry again. Excuse me.
This is no good at all. Forgetting my papers, running into people. I got my head in the clouds today.
Professor Asagi! Oops! He's so surprised!
Ah, it's you two.
Your lesson was really good today, sir. Yeah, not only was it easy to follow, but easy to apply too. I wish you had more time for classes. But if you were teaching more lessons, then we wouldn't see more of his work. I don't want that to happen.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, see you, Professor! If you'll excuse me, Professor, I'm looking forward to the next lesson.
Always so full energy.
Professor Asagi?
Oh, Miss Ueda.
Thank you for spending time with us today.
I should be thanking you for paying such close attention to my lesson once again.
The fact that I don't know how many kids are in this class, but you notice that I'm paying attention or not, I'm just saying. We wanted to be special, but girl, we already are. He knows when we are paying attention. Not at all, sir. I just can't help getting engrossed by everything you're teaching and staring at your beautiful fucking face. About that person you spoke to earlier.
Oh, those two students just now.
And no, sir, the one before who was wearing a jumper. Were they a liberal arts student? I like how we're both like, didn't he kind of look like Riku? He's like, kind of sounded like Riku. Weird.
Oh, I suppose so. Not a familiar face around here for sure.
You don't know that student?
We just bumped into each other, and they were kind enough to pick up what I dropped.
See, I just thought you knew them since you have so many connections.
I'm just a teacher here. I'd hardly know the entire college.
Me too. I don't know much more than this department. We have so many students and courses here.
Indeed. That means you have a wealth of opportunity to meet a wide variety of people. In that sense, I'm quite jealous. The more you experience, the better your writing will become, especially when creating new characters.
You've mentioned that before. In order to create a moving story, you need the right characters.
You'll see what I mean once you become a professional screenwriter. Character creation is quite difficult.
So you're saying you also have a hard time with it?
I'd go so far as to say I spend more time on the characters than anything else, but I enjoy the challenge. Isn't the same true for you, Miss Ueda?
Yes, that's true.
In my experience, it's the people who are drawn to the challenge who grow the most.
Sorry, bird.
And now then, you came to me because you needed something, yes?
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. It's about the assignment. Do you mind taking a look?
I thought so. I only assigned it a few days ago, but you've already drafted something.
Strike when the iron is hot, as they say.
Walk with me. I'll look it over in my lab.
Yes, thank you. It's funny because then there's like this one and it's like, okay. I feel like it's a scene and then they were like, it doesn't fit anywhere else. You know what I mean? We can just do the Asagi ones because we've got time, so like whatever. Like, we're not even 30 minutes in.
Excuse me.
What's this? Getting calls from cute girls?
Quiet, please. I need to get on the phone.
Whatever you say. I like how it's all question marks like we don't know who the fuck Hanai is. Like, I get the Riku one. It was like question mark, like whatever. But like, we know who Hanai is.
Asagi speaking.
Professor Asagi, it's me, Ueda. I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, Miss Ueda. Be a major decision.
Yes, I'm not sure how much I can do, but I'd love to help with the making of that movie. I wasn't sure whether or not to accept since I have so little experience, but I'd still love to help. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at this. I'm laughing at the fact that my bird's sitting here and I was like petting him, and then he decided to grab my finger with his foot and use my finger to scratch his head with. Like right now, he's like, my finger is sitting here and he's like rubbing his head against it to scratch himself. But it was the like sometimes when the birds pull feathers out, they'll use the little feather end and they scratch themselves with the like, you know, like the feather part that's normally in their body, like the follicle kind of part, because it's harder. But like he's literally got his foot on my hand and he was scratching himself, like, and not just like holding me steady, but kind of trying to move my finger a little, and it was just the funniest. He's never done that before. He's being so fucking... I'm sorry, it was the funniest fucking thing. What, you were so strange. Alright. Would it be okay if you told me more of the details, please? Professor Asagi?
Excuse me, and thank you. I was hoping you'd accept. I'll explain everything on campus. And thank you for agreeing to help, Miss Ueda.
The pleasure's all mine. I'm sorry it took so long to respond and for calling so late.
Come now, it's not like it's midnight. Don't worry so much. You said you'd love to help, eh? Oh. We'll see if you give me a firm yes after you get all the details.
Is there anyone else you've asked for help?
Right now you're the only one, Miss Ueda.
Oh, wow.
Relieved?
Yeah, a little.
I'll do what I can so you can achieve your full potential.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, sir.
You too. And thank you for calling.
Seemed to go well. Didn't sound like she was your girlfriend, though.
She's one of my students.
I was discussing having her help with my screenplays during the movie development. One of your students, eh? Sounds like you're fitting right into your role as a teacher. Hanai, that's not how teachers are supposed to behave. Stop teasing me. But now that you mention it, I have been there 3 years. Oh, it has been 3 years since I started there. I suppose I've gotten used to it all. Oh, sounding like an old man again. You're turning into a geezer already. Unfortunately, I lack the spirit to live life like you do. Shh, you're still young. Should have way more energy than me. You may be right, Grandpa. Why, you? Just joking. I love seeing the two of them, like, goofing on each other. So, student's gonna help you out? Yeah, she said she'd consider it. Good to hear. Make sure she carries her own weight. May learn a thing or two from her to boot. Perhaps. Oh yeah, how to love. Are you gonna introduce me to her? If she does indeed agree to help. She's got talent, right? Yes. Of all the students, she's caught my eye. Oh yeah, I bet I did, and not just because of my talent, it's because I'm pretty. Guess you lucked out then. There are a lot of people who want to be in this industry, be it as an actor or writer, but few here have the stuff to make it. A few have the stuff to make it. It ain't easy finding someone with the right drive and talent. Yeah, I suppose so. I'm right. You can count on it. Huh, right. What? You look happy. Is that so? I suppose I am. He's had a crush on us for a while, hasn't he? Well, stop patting my head, please. That would have been a cute CG to have. Him fucking giving Ichiro and Noogie just like he fucking did to Makino. The ones with all... okay, so, alright. Well, we might as well do Ichiro's feelings and get our last CG, and then we'll do the other ones in another part. I'm not going to do them all, but we're just doing the Ichiro kind of ones, because it makes sense. It would have made sense to do the other specific, but we were kind of like... those ones were longer, but... A few days had passed since our argument. I'd hurt her feelings because I was careless with my words. I needed to apologize, but I couldn't find the courage to. So I spent my days alone in my office, focused on writing. Ugh, I'm her elder, but I'm the one being immature. I wonder how I can become the adult I always dreamed of as a child. I was worry-free while working on my writing, but the moment I let my mind wander, the troubled thoughts would return. I quickly grabbed whatever was near for lunch and dove back into writing when... not expecting anyone. How could it be? I pressed the intercom button and spoke into the microphone. Hello? Hello, it's me, Ueda. Miss Ueda? Why is Miss Ueda here? Did I tell her where I live? I guess she could have figured it out with a bit of research. Oh, this is when we had the little argument thing, because that's what I was wondering. I thought we were dating, but we're not. When it's me, why is she here? It's like when freaking Hanai. Don't be mad at him! This is his perspective from that side. Oh, I like it. Well, that's not the issue here. Nippy, she wants to cut ties with me. I'm sorry for dropping by without notice. If it's okay, can you open the door? Sure. Give me just a second. I need to calm down. I opened the door to find Miss Ueda in front of me with a huge bag slung over her shoulder. Miss Ueda, what brings you here? Well, what's that bag for? I'm here as your assistant. Pardon? May I come in? I'll be quick. Oh, sure. Come on in. My assistant? I let Miss Ueda in and she took out a series of containers and placed them on the table. I don't know what they are, but they smell good. And nostalgic. What's this? I heard from Mr. Hanai that you don't eat when you're writing, so I made you a few days' worth of food. Each container held a different dish. Let's have notes on them. Warm for 1 minute in the microwave, or when you're not very hungry. She prepared all these for me. I practically forced Mr. Hanai to tell me your address, so please don't blame him. Don't forget to put those in the fridge. You can let me know when you're done, and I'll come get the containers. So, have a good night. This was supposed to have a CG, so it's weird that they don't have, like, the sprites. You're leaving already? I don't want to bother you while you work. No, you're not a bother. Professor Asagi... Yes? It's my job to assist you while you're writing. I know I can't help with the writing itself, but if there's anything else I can do, I will. So please don't hesitate to ask. Her intentions were clear from the serious look in her eyes to the food she's prepared.
That's right. She's earnest and very responsible. I'd seen many students since I took my position at the college. Some tried to have their friends show up and get attendance. Others plagiarized their assignments. But she never involved herself in such things.
Having your friend show up in your place is interesting, but she never involved herself in such things like plagiarizing. Most people don't!
Look, she always did her very best in whatever she was doing. I believe I forgot about that. I tried my best to restrain a smile, then turned to face her. Thank you. I was living on instant noodles and frozen meals, so I really appreciate it. As a way to appear to relax a little at my words.
Glad I could help.
She bowed to me and quickly took her leave. I want her to focus on her studies, but...
Oh my god, a CG. Is it coming? Look at how sweet his little face is as he's reading our little post-it note! I honestly thought, like, his feelings was going to be more of, like, a cutesy, romantic-y CG, but I'm okay with this.
I could tell how much care she put into each dish she'd made me. To think, one of my students would care so much about me. Felt a bit pathetic, but also a bit special. I worry about others constantly, but I can't recall anyone worrying about me. Strangely enough, it doesn't feel that bad. I touched the noted container lids and a smile broke out across my face.
Why are you licking your thumb now? Stop it! That's so seductive and it's not meant to be.
Delicious. Before I knew it, I'd stolen a taste from one.
There's something about this, like, sir.
Whoops. I'm eating with my hands. I'm far from being the adult I dreamed of.
I do love that they're like, hey, he's licking his thumb. Like, stop it, that's sexy. How dare you? Alright, we'll do the other ones. But now, because this is the end of, now we can see the difference. So, like, here's the thing, right? It's beautiful with the sunlight and we're crying, we're letting our emotions out, and this one is just so much more heartbreaking. The music isn't getting the feelings across because it's like do happy ass fucking music. But you know what I mean? It's so much more heartbreaking because it's like we're not letting our emotions out and like the sun's set in the background. It's like it's beautiful, but it's painful. And this, look at he's so adorable. Oh, we're not gonna. The thing is like at least we get to see the CGs. We'll see the other CGs because they all have their feelings, but we're not going to end on any of them. You know what I mean? We'll see them. And then I'm assuming the game when you clear all the endings and stuff, you'll get a special like everyone together kind of one. Because there is a group. Well, actually, that might not be because that could just be one that's in one of the other stories. We'll find out. But anyway, yeah. First he was giving us candy and now he's licking his fingers. I'm just saying. Anyway, we will do all of the after stories in the next part. We'll like finish them. And then there might have been, was there one more Ichiro one by himself? I don't think there was. But anyway, we'll do all of them. We'll just do them in the order that they're there. And then we'll go into their profiles and we'll turn the voice acting on then so that you don't have to like stop what you're doing if you multitask. I'm awesome. Sorry. That part might be a little bit longer than normal because this one's a little bit shorter and we did some of Eiichiro's stuff, but we only spent about 20 minutes and we did like what, 3 parts? No, we did 4. But the grandma one was like 2 minutes. So like the other ones will probably be like whatever. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.